Hi, everybody. This is Katrina Walker, and I have a book out. You need to go and get this book, Unbreakable. Yes, five husbands. Five husbands. If one don't work, get you another one, okay? No, seriously. It's five husbands. You got to read this book. And what I went through, 20 years, the first husband, second husband stole from me. But I'm going to let you get this book, Five Husbands, Homeless, Self-Made Millionaire. You're going to enjoy every page. Go on my website, Miss Katrina Walker, MissKatrinaWalker.com, and Miss is MS. Instagram is Miss Katrina Walker, and also Facebook, The Katrina Walker. Also, I have a stage play that's coming, Miss D's Kitchen. Hilariously funny. It will be out in August. So don't you all forget me. Come out and support me when you hear Miss D's Kitchen is coming, and check me out on my website. And please, So Booking Cool with Jewel B. So Booking Cool with Jewel B.
Welcome to So Booking Cool. It's Jewel B. Today's guest is an entrepreneur, motivator, philanthropist, and author of the riveting memoir, Unbreakable, Five Husbands, Homeless to Self-Made Millionaire, the Katrina Walker story. She is also a playwright. Her story will now be hitting stages and screens starting this summer. I'm so thrilled to have her back on the show. She is Miss Katrina Walker.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be back.
I'm happy to have you back. And congratulations, Miss Walker. Congratulations on everything that you've been doing.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for showing me, showing me the love. And, I so appreciate it. I really do. Thank you.
You are a wonderful person, and, it's wonderful that this is all coming alive for you. What can you tell us about your play, Mrs. D's Kitchen, which I understand recently premiered, had a sold-out show in Memphis?
It did. It sold out, and something, if anybody know me, they know that I don't accept negative stuff. And, people were like, people are not going to come out because, they just don't, and this particular market is kind of funny. It was a sold-out show. So I've never, like I say again, negative things, that's not me. I don't accept that. And let me tell you something. The play is super wonderful. When I wrote this thing, I put everything into it. And Miss D, of course, was my mother. She's no longer with us. She's in heaven now. But she was everybody's mama in this little small community. And so much went on in her kitchen. So much from cleaning chitlins. If anybody know about stinky chitlins, to the mailman stopping by and everybody looking for their mail, but he's in there taking a drink. And I don't want to tell everything because it's so funny. It is so funny, but the play is doing extremely well. I'm taking it out on the road, and, I just want, everybody to remember me and remember this play and come out and see it when it hit your town. Mm-hmm. Yes.
How much of Mrs. D's Kitchen resembles your memoir?
Well, it's so much in my memoir. So much, Jewel. But Miss D is in there. If she's not stitching up somebody, she was the doctor. She was the lawyer. If she's not in the kitchen stitching up somebody's head, but she really wasn't a doctor, but she was the doctor in the neighborhood. Everybody came to her for everything, and she was dropping them jewels. But she is in the book. Miss D is in the book, and of course her kitchen and everything that went along in that kitchen. I'm talking about everything. From her brother, her only brother, coming over and she calling him nice, nasty because he won't wash his hand. He runs straight to her cabinet and pulls out a plate and wipes it off with his dirty T-shirt and, you name it. It's in the book, yes. A lot of it is in the book. But it's a lot of everything in that book. Mm-hmm. Unbreakable. Yes.
Yes, it is. It's as I mentioned in the introduction, listeners, if you haven't yet read it, it is so riveting. The things that Miss Walker has overcome and what she's gone through. At what point did you realize, Miss Walker, that you had to write a play? That this was the next move for you?
Well, it was nothing but the good Lord. I'm telling you, the way things are happening, I just say it's another chapter in my life. But the way that it's happening, and it's happening so quick, it's like, I just knew that I had to write, do this play because, just my memories of everything. The people coming over with the hot meat and things that was happening that I saw, and everybody had this, everybody, especially in the black neighborhood or black community, we had that going on somewhere in somebody's house. We were, in somebody's house. It was home to everybody. So I just had to do that, because it was just right there. I lived it and I saw it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put Miss D. Because everybody knows a Miss D somewhere in their community that she didn't lock her door and everybody was welcome to just walk on in. Just come on in. So that's where it came from. Just my childhood, my life growing up, and just people always, our house just being full of people.
Would you say that you are, like your mother, that you are also a Mrs. D?
I would say I am a Miss D. And sometimes I have to catch myself and say, I didn't know I was going to be the matriarch of the family, but I am Miss D. It's like, Mama, you handed me the baton. And I didn't know that this was going to happen. But yes, I would say I am the Miss D. And not just to, and when I say that, not just to family like my mother was, to everybody. It's like I'm everybody's mama, and I love it. I love it. I love helping people, because, kind of getting away from that grandmama feel, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? Having that older woman around and Miss D, I'm going to tell you something. She wasn't the average woman. When you see Miss D was sharp. She didn't come to the door with a duster on. Baby, she was flowing. She kept them wigs brushed out and she had her fur on. She came, if anybody knows Diane Carroll, she came to her front door in the hood. Have her robe on, but it'd be the furry robe from head to toe. To slippers. She looked like a queen. That's
Wow.
the difference in Miss D. She was flowing.
Fancy and stylish, huh?
She was stylish. She wasn't the button down, grandma that we're accustomed to. Miss D said just cause, even when she got sick, she said just cause I'm sick and just cause I don't feel good don't mean I don't have to look good. I don't have to look any kind of way just because I'm sick, just because I don't feel good. And Miss D would brush those wigs out and stick them on her head. Do you hear me? She looked good. She looked good. Smoking her cigarette and had her O2 oxygen tank. Pushing her tank and smoking her cigarette. And nobody bet not tell her, don't smoke that cigarette. Miss D, you going to kill yourself smoking that cigarette. You going to blow somebody up. And Miss D might give you a little cussing out now. Miss D was something else. Mind your own business. It's my oxygen tank. Miss D, she was something else.
With all these memories of Miss D, was it hard to pick and choose what elements you wanted to be a part of Miss D's kitchen?
Woo. Well, sort of because it was so much. It was so much always going on. So I had to kind of pick and choose from even her children and her grandchildren, Yes, and knowing who's going to, the pimp, the pimp that stayed at her house, or she didn't discriminate. She didn't care. Everybody was welcome. So, yeah, it was so much going through. So I did have to go through and pick and choose because she kept a house full of folks, all the time, morning, noon, and night. They were there. So I had to pick and choose, who, would be a part of this, because it was so much and so many. And it was such a busy place. From her front porch barbecuing on her front porch, to the backyard parties, Miss D, she was everything.
And like you mentioned, like most of us, if not all of us, who do know a Miss D, do you think when people come to see Miss D's kitchen and those who have already seen it, like the show in Memphis, for example, a Miss D type will see themselves in your play? Do you think?
Yes, they will. They will. They will. Miss D, she fed everybody. She was a good woman, but she told it like it is. They will see that grandmama, the one that, she shot from the hip and you couldn't have your feelings on your shoulder. She may give you a good cussing out. She may say a few words. You know what I'm saying? Not too bad, but you're going to understand what Miss D said. You're going to still want to come back, for some more when she tell you, how it is and what it's like. Yeah, everybody's going to feel something. They going to know, because it happened, in the black community. There was a Miss D. there was a Miss D that told your butt off and told you when you was wrong, and you was going to straighten up. Miss D was going to tell you, you bet not, and she going to shake that finger. You better not do nothing wrong, or when I was coming up, I got in a book where she said, Trina, them bet not never think about stealing nothing. I'll beat the blood out of her. Was she going to really beat the blood out of me? Was she going to kill me? But she put enough fear in me to scare me enough to know that I wasn't going to do nothing wrong. But Miss D was a good woman. She was a good woman. She feed anybody. She'd help anybody, but the party was always at her house. From her mama. Her mama lived across the street. So I'm not going to tell you everything that's in that play, but it's it's a great play, and it's so funny. It is so funny. I mean, you're going to die laughing in Miss D's kitchen.
Speaking of funny, Tony Grant stars in the play. It's Tony Grant, who was on Love Thy Neighbor, the hit Tyler Perry show. Yeah, so tell us how this came to be.
Wow. Tony, I met Tony, and I asked him to be a part of what I was doing, and he believed in it, and he loved the character that I had created for him. He's Pretty Tony, which is a pimp on foot. He don't own a car, a Cadillac. He's a pimp on foot. And and he loved being Pretty Tony. So, we met, and he immediately, he just told me how much he loved his character and how much he loved and how great of a writer I am. And we became friends, and he came in right away, to be a part of my vision and to help me, with my play. Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful, Miss Walker.
Thank you so much.
What can you tell us about casting?
Well, I've had some great people to come in. I got one character called Sweet Baby, and Miss D, she had younger friends too. So it's Cheryl Pepsi Riley. She plays Sweet Baby, in the play, and she's my younger friend. And casting, I just, I had people to come in, and then from there, telling them what this character is and what she or he is like, and just kind of like ad-lib it. And, I mean, it just all came together. It just came together like a puzzle, and everybody, everybody just meshed, from Miss D's brother, Maine Walker, she would call him nice, nasty, like I said, it all, and he's walking through her kitchen, digging out his butt, but still going for a plate. So Miss D have to, get her only brother told off, And then we got Reverend Bucky, the preacher. The preacher's always, like I said, I can't tell you everything.
Right.
You got to come see this play, But the casting, it was good. It went really well. I was able to get the people that really fit the part, for my play.
And I do have to ask also about your memoir again. What have you learned since then about being an author, and how do people continue to respond to Unbreakable?
Oh, my God. Whew. That's a great question. I didn't know Unbreakable was going to touch the people like it has in so many ways. When I get a 20-year-old young woman that tells me, I couldn't put the book down. I mean, I need to wash dishes, I need to clean up, but I can't put the book down. And then I have a 87-year-old woman that says, her name Willa B, and she says, my hip is hurting, but I can't wait to get up in the bed to read this book, because I know I'm going to be laughing all over the place, to have an 87-year-old woman, know that she's in pain, but she want to get in the bed to read the book because it keeps her laughing and keeps her mind off the pain of her hurting hip. So the book is doing extremely well. I wrote it where people can understand it. They can feel it. It's many movies in your head. When I start off even talking about the home invasion or talking about Miss D when my mother died. When my mother died and how hard it was for me to accept her death. And my sister take me by the hand and make me come in and unzip her body bag and tell me, Trina, look at her now. Look at her. And, you can feel the emotion of me screaming and hollering and just so hard to accept the death of my mother, because I loved her and I loved her so much, and falling down and just screaming. And then the crackhead in the family that's supposed to be watching her, their turn to watch mama. And we come in and the doctor has cut her and she's oozing with green stuff, but this crackhead is over here asleep, balled up, family member. And the nurses are down at their desk, and a fan is on my mother, and her false teeth are clacking in her head. And we're saying to the girl, why? Why? What is wrong? Well, she was hot, and the girl is scratching. She's scratching. She says, she was hot, and I found a fan and put on her, but nobody was tending to mama, So, the book is good. It talks about the home invasion that I endured once I started making some money and someone coming into my home and beating me to death with pool sticks and everything that they tried to do horrible to me. God intercepted it. One guy turned me around to the pool table, leaned up against me and said, let me give this be something. But another one snatched me from him. So thank God he didn't rape me. Snatched me from him and started beating me with pool sticks. One said, pick her up and throw on her head. And they were looking for something they thought that I had that I didn't have. But thank God they didn't kill me. But like I said, so much in the book, they opened my eye and they looked for Clorox. Find the Clorox. We gonna blind her. But they couldn't find the Clorox. So they just went up in my cabinet in the kitchen and took out hot sauce. One pulled my eyelid open, and the other one poured hot sauce in my eyes. So I went through a lot. And people ask me all the time, why didn't you just give up one of those times? Why didn't you? Why didn't you stop at the third husband, the second husband, the first husband you was married to him 20 years, you went through all the abuse of running and just all the things that you went through, an iron going past your head. But I'm just not a person to give up. And I know that with all the things that I've gone through, that it's helping other people to know, even the times of growing up and my mother telling me we P-O, and I just never accepted or wouldn't let me have, name brand stuff. I always wanted to know how come. When I say name brand, just simple stuff like cereal. I may want the real Frosty Flakes. Or I would want to know how come black people couldn't have, in our little close-knit community, 4 or 5 streets, why we couldn't have Coca-Cola or RC Cola. We had to have double colas. We couldn't have Coca-Colas. And I would always be the one to say, how come? And my mother would always say, Trina, shut up. Be quiet. But I never would be quiet. So the book is doing extremely well. I mean, I'm getting riveting reviews from this book. People are actually loving it. I guess because it's not microwavable and they know, they can see, the truth and me, just so many movies, from my uncle, wife throwing hot chicken on him, chicken grease, because he was such a cheater. But it's all in that book. Yes. And I am just so grateful that, again, I put my heart and my soul into the book and into the play Miss D's Kitchen.
Wow. Wow, that is just powerful. And I'm so glad that you have the play, as I said, and
Thank you so much.
Of course. Oh, no problem, of course. And also we can expect it on TV in the future.
Yes. Those are my plans, and with God's good grace and mercy, every footstep that he's leading me, I'm just following those footsteps, and I just hope and pray that, people come out and see the play and support me, and they can catch me on my social media too, Jewel.
Yes. Miss Walker, thank you so much for talking to So Book and Cool today. It was such a pleasure, and again, much continued success to you. So happy for you. And and the play will be starting August 2019?
Sometime in August, yes.
Sometime in August.
And let me say this too. My social media is Miss MS Katrina Walker. So anybody can go to my social media, Miss MS Katrina Walker. That's my Instagram. And then Facebook is The Katrina Walker. THE Katrina Walker. But please get this book and please support me. Come out to this play. I promise you, you're not going to stop laughing and crying and just, you're going to enjoy the play. Everybody enjoyed it. It's sold out, and I'm just getting great reviews. So I'm looking forward to packing the house when I get to New York.
Hey, I know that's right. I want to see it myself.
Thank
So,
you so much,
of
Julie.
course, of
Okay.
course. And thank you so much to all the listeners. Until next time, so booking cool.
This is Katrina Walker with Unbreakable. My book, Unbreakable. 5 husbands. Yes, I said 5. Some people want to know why I didn't stop at the third one. The first one, 20 years. Abuse. You got to read the book. Get the book. The second husband stole from me. So get that book. 5 husbands, homeless. Yes, I was homeless. Self-made millionaire. Homeless with 4 babies, 4 children. So get that book. You're going to enjoy every page. And then I got a play that's coming. It's coming. Starting August, it will be out. It's called Miss D's Kitchen. You're not going to stop laughing. So be prepared to come and see that and laugh, and you stay in your seat if you can. Get up off the floor. You're going to have a ball. So go to my website, Miss MS Katrina Walker, and get that book. Click on that cot and get that book, because I promise you're going to enjoy every page. And also the play, Miss D's Kitchen. I can't wait to get to New York. And I'm going to take this everywhere. You got to come to this play. Oh, my God. But anyhow, I'm getting all excited. And you are listening to So Booking Cool with Jewel B.